Hello learners, and welcome back to your weekly lesson for week 27. We have had a very brief interruption of our services, but according to Governor Wolf, the buildings are closed, the school buildings are closed, but learning continues. So we are ready to continue again with our Summit Learning platform. Okay, so the learning target for this week is I can create both a written and an oral multimedia presentation. If you open up the 36 Cog Skills, the learner-friendly document for Cog Skills, you'll see this. Let me move it over. Right here. All the 36 Cog Skills that we've been working on this year. And if I scroll down to the bottom, in this teal box, you're going to notice that this is products and presentation, style and language, oral presentation, multi-production, multimedia, and oral presentation. Conventions we have talked about, that is making sure that you have capitalization, punctuation, and precision. And now let's talk about these three: oral presentation, multimedia, written production, and multimedia and oral presentation. So almost every one of your projects in English anyway have you writing something and then finding a way to present what you have learned. And most of the time it is an oral or written presentation. And that is because you're a 21st century learner learning 21st century skills, and especially now after we are experiencing everybody learning from home, you're going to have to start learning how to put together presentations, not only in school, but later on in life too. So I would like you to watch this video about how to write an oral presentation. This video is made by Australians and an alien who's a little bit cringy, named Cornelius, but he does have a good message for you. Then I would like you to read the article, Why the Heck Do I Need Presentation Skills? Yes, you do need presentation skills. There's more than one skill. But read that article and you're going to find there might be other times in your life that you're using this skill, whether it is going to a job interview, or maybe asked to speak at a wedding or a funeral. But yes, there are going to be times that people are going to know what you think and what you know. Then I would like you to watch how come presentation skills are important. And then the do part of this is to start preparing that presentation that you have in your project by going through your checkpoints. Now, we have gotten a little bit behind on checkpoints, but I know that you can catch up because I'm giving you some extra time to work on it. After you explore the resources, then in this purple box, I would like you to explain why presentation skills are important to improve in school and beyond school. I have a quizzes here that you can work on. The top link you can copy and paste in your browser. That one doesn't expire. If you use the number instead, it will expire by the end of May. So I have moved the due dates on all the projects in English for every class. Moved it up a little bit since we missed a couple weeks. Many of you, though, I'm so proud to say, were working during that little interruption of service, knowing that buildings were closed, but education never stops. Okay, so this is a time for you to work on those checkpoints and get the final products done, because I've moved it up for the timeline to be a little bit after Easter. It was right here at the end of March, but now it's after Easter. And here's some gold for you. I have found examples of final products for you to look over. If you're in 6th grade, you can read this essay about living the good life that some other student wrote. In 7th grade, there's 3 final products: the mini lessons on Anne Frank, and I have a good one here, an artist statement, and the scene study. In 8th grade, you're working on critical lenses, and take a look at this princess presentation that a student made a couple years ago, and it's amazing. It's about the princesses. This person was not a girl that wrote this, but recognizing gender stereotypes. And for ninth grade, you are working on poetry. Your last final product is 4 original pieces of poetry. You've been studying and writing, looking at other styles of poetry, but now you're going to be writing your own, and you have a presentation to do ninth grade. Not only do you write your poetry, but you need to read your poetry out loud and put it on a video. I would like you to watch these 2 Loom videos made by a student a couple years ago. Did a very nice job in presentation. Watch how he looks at the camera. That's a skill that's not easy to do. I struggle with that myself. But watch these 2 videos and you can see how it's done. After you're finished with that, come down to the reflection. So, you have been granted a time extension to get checkpoints done and projects completed before the middle of April. Will you be able to finish your project by then, or do you foresee yourself working on coursework this summer? We are really hoping that we don't have to go into the summer months, but you never know with this new virus what could happen. So the best thing is to prepare yourself for that. Do your work now that you have to stay inside and stay safe.